Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanz. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a show that's going to piss off a lot of people, but I don't give a damn, but we're going to talk about it. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video, sub to the channel, make sure you follow me on Instagram. My handle is CTABANZ. So Shannon Sharpe recently did a sit-down with Clippers head coach, former Cleveland Cavaliers head coach, Tyronn Lue. And they discussed a bunch of things. They spoke about Kobe Bryant. They spoke about the Shaq and Kobe dynasty, the relationship. He asked him how many championships does he believe that they could win if they had played together. He spoke about Tracy McGrady's comments. But inevitably, the conversation would ultimately shift towards Shannon Sharpe's favorite player, LeBron James, right? And they started talking about LeBron's career, what it was like coaching him in the Cavs, talk about coming back from 3-1 down, coming back from being down 3-1 or whatever. So they spoke about all of these things. Now, one of the biggest knocks on LeBron throughout the course of his career is that he's a stat padder, right? LeBron figured out a mechanism in which he can save himself from criticism, which is if he notices that his team is not going to do well, is going to lose, he just searches his own stats. So at the end of the game, people won't be able to point to him and say, well, LeBron is the reason, like, you didn't play well, because he can say, well, look at my stats, right? I've even seen games where Lakers are playing live. Some LeBron fans are covering him, and the Lakers will start losing. And the LeBron fan will be like, well, LeBron, it's time to start stat padding, man. Get those stats. Get those stats. They know, right? LeBron fans know. So this has been one of his things. So essentially what happened was there was a time, I think it was in Game 4, Game 5 in the NBA Finals, where the Cavaliers apparently were not doing enough. And they went into the locker room, and Ty Lue had this heated back and forth with LeBron James. And he was like, I need you to do more. I need you to play harder. I need you to play more defense. And then LeBron goes to him and goes, but I have 20 points. I have this and this and this. He's like, that's not enough. And it turned into this heated conversation between him and LeBron. LeBron started griping to his teammates about what Ty Lue said. Can you believe he said this, Bobby? Can you believe he said? Because maybe other coaches be like, well, he has his stats. What else do you expect him to do? And Ty Lue was like, no, I know what you're doing, but you can do more, right? You can give more effort on defense. You can do this. You can do that. And I'm like, Ty Lue doesn't realize that he's exposing LeBron James for being a stat padder. That's exactly what he's doing. But before we get into his comments, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using Game Time. Game Time is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60+ states in the US and Canada. Game Time saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what I want to do now is I want to play what Ty Lue had to say to Shannon Sharpe here on, what is it, Club Shay Shay, and then I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Ty Lue's comments here.
If you play Golden State the way they play, their pace and how fast they play, you don't know until you're in it.
Right.
You can't go to practice and work on stuff.
You can't replicate that.
Can't do it. You know, and so I saw that when you switching everything, they're going to pick you apart.
Right.
Like Draymond with his passing, Steph and Clay with their movement, like you just can't switch everything. And so after Game 4, I was like, listen, when Steph and Clay come together, splits and all that, we switching it. Anybody else, you stand locked in. So it won't be no confusion. If we make a mistake, we're going to make a mistake on, the other guys.
Yeah.
We ain't going to make a mistake on these guys. And so it worked. Like J.R. and Shump locked in Steph and Clay. Like if you go on Iguodala, Livingston, you pushing up, you just protecting, and like it changed our whole series. Like it changed it. And then the performance that Bron and Kyrie had in Game
6.
No.
Game 5. They
Game
both
5,
scored 41.
Yeah, and in the Game 5, and like going home for Game 6, like I thought we warmed down. And then Game 7, you got the best player in the world going into Game 7. You gotta love your chances.
Right.
So that's kind of what happened.
Was it ever a situation that you had like, because it's hard because you got a LeBron, man, or any great player to like, bro, I need more from you. You got to give me more.
Yeah, halftime of Game 7. Yeah, halftime of Game 7. We come in the locker room and like they said, we're gonna show film. I said, no, ain't no film. Like, so I came and said, Bron, what you gonna do, man? What you mean? So you gotta do more. Like, you gotta be better. Like, what you want me to do, T. Lou? I'm like, because he had 20 points and might have 7 assists. But he left a lot on the table to me.
Right.
And this is Game 7. You're the best player in the world. I was like, we need, what you want me? I said, you got to guard Draymond better, score the basketball, stop turning over, be aggressive. Anything else you want me to say? So he mad him up, right? So I go in the office, I slam the door. So later, after it was over, Damon Jones said, Bron came to him like, man, can you believe T. Lou, man, called me out like that? That's some bull, whatever. D. Jones said, well, I ain't been here all year, but everything I read and you called and told me, you trust him. Why not trust him now? He's like, F you. So he go to James Jones. James Jones, can you believe T. Lou? Man, I can't believe it. James Jones said, did he lie? So then Bron snatches stuff out of the locker, storm out. And shit, that's all she wrote,
Fantastic. So you heard what he had to say. What are my thoughts about this? This surprises nobody, right? LeBron even walked around with a T-shirt a number of years ago, like 10, 12 years ago, whatever it was, talking about check my stats. Right? LeBron is a stat patter. Like, there's no question. Nobody's saying he's not a great player. Nobody's not saying he's a Hall of Famer. Nobody's saying he's not top 10. I'm not saying any of those things. You know how they used to call Kobe Bryant a ball hog or a shot chucker, or Kobe Bryant had the propensity to take bad shots? Yes, he did have the propensity to take bad shots. I accept that. As should you guys accept the fact that LeBron James is a stat patter. For them to be in the heat of competition in the NBA Finals, and your coach is saying to you, I need more from you. I need more. And you're like, Coach, what else do you want me to do? Look at my points. Look at my stat line. He's like, that's not enough. It's not enough. So for him to point to his stats in a moment like that means what? You're counting your stats? You're paying attention to your numbers? If I was an NBA player, which I'm not, but I'm very, very competitive, my focus is winning. My focus is winning. I don't care how we do it. We got to win. I'm a very competitive person. I just don't say it or whatever it is, but I'm very competitive. And my goal is, are we winning? I come from the Kobe Bryant school where I remember where Kobe would score this amount of points, average this amount, but if you don't win, who cares? Who cares? The year Kobe won the MVP in 2008, it was fantastic. Great. Wow, he did it. But he lost in the finals. It ruined my summer. I don't walk away from that summer talking about, well, at least you won the MVP. No. The goal is to win. And every year that Kobe Bryant and the Lakers didn't win, I was disappointed. Yes, was I paying attention to his stats and all of that stuff throughout the regular season? Yes, I was. But ultimately, if it didn't culminate in a championship, then it was for naught. In my view. Right? So this thing about stats and all of that, Ty Lue basically said what we already knew. And he started throwing a hissy fit that he can't believe he said this to me, can't believe he said that to me, which kind of explains how LeBron probably operates with some of his coaches, where you can't talk to him. All right? Where you can't talk to him. So these are my thoughts. You guys let me know what you think about what I had to say, and then we'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.